24th January is International Day of Education around the world, and of course, this has been adopted by the General Assembly of the United Nations in the year 2018. This day highlights the role education has towards peace and development. We also know, according to the UN, that 244 million children and youth are not in school, and 771 million adults are illiterate. Sadly, their right to education is being violated, and it is absolutely unacceptable. Let's talk with Becky Mngwenya, teacher at Hazyview Comprehensive School in Nelspruit. A very good morning to you, teacher Becky Mngwenya. Welcome to the show.
Greetings, ma'am, and greetings to your listeners.
Okay, a very serious matter, is it not? When we talk about International Day of Education, what is the message we want to get out to the broader community? And how do we make certain that every school going child is, in fact, placed in a school?
Can you please repeat the question, ma'am?
I said that it's a very serious indictment on society if we still have learners not attending school for any reason whatsoever. Going forward, in light of International Day of Education, how do you and I and our communities ensure that every school going child is placed in a school or a place of learning?
I think it is the role and duty of every South African citizen to make sure that we talk to the youth of our country, that the future of this country lies in their hands. And therefore, if we all talk in one language, I think our learners for the youth of this country will be motivated to go to school and work very hard to make this country a better country.
We know that education is the most powerful tool to break the cycle of poverty. It erases gender inequalities and it stimulates economic growth. But yet, here in South Africa and all around the world, I should imagine, we still have issues at this time of year and going forward that children are not placed in schools. We also have the issue around, classrooms in the veld, um, or classrooms under the trees, and such basic situations in the rural communities. How do we break that cycle?
I think that is up to the ruling government to make sure that there are enough schools in our country and enough furniture so that we make sure that all learners attend in a conducive environment. That is in the hands of our department, our government.
Let's talk about this year's theme, to invest in people and prioritize education. What is it that we're meant to be doing?
Could you please again repeat that one?
This year's theme of International Day of Education is invest in people and prioritize education. How do we go about doing that and ensuring that we do get every child into a school?
I would say to the learners that are far from schools, again, it's up to the government to make sure that they build schools close to the communities so that learners do not travel long distances, because if they travel long distances, that might be one of the reasons these learners are starting to skip classes and not attend classes because maybe schools are far from where they are staying.
Sadly, that is one of the usage problems in South Africa. We know that children either have to walk for a couple of kilometers, 10, 15 kilometers to school and back. We also know there's the issue of hunger. There isn't enough food to feed the child before he or she goes to school. And that all impacts on their learning, does it not?
Correct, ma'am. That's correct.
Government should start
Um,
providing meals to school children, shouldn't they?
yeah, in most of the schools, I believe that learners are, there is a feeding scheme where learners are given food, but I'm not sure if all schools are getting that. And I'm not sure also if the food that they are getting in schools is enough for the learners to make sure that the learners are not learning in a hungry stomach. So I'm not going to talk about the whole South Africa because I'm not sure whether all schools are getting the food that they are supposed to get.
Okay, my final question to you. As a teacher, Becky Mgwenya, teacher at the Hazyview
Mm.
Comprehensive School in Nelspruit, how and what are you going to do to make a difference today, International Day of Education?
Me as an individual.
Absolutely, as a teacher.
Um, I'm not sure how me alone. I don't think one person can change the situation alone. It's a situation that we are facing. But I think in my school, I personally think that I'm making a big difference because ever since I joined the school, in my subject has been performing very well, and the learners attending there they are motivated. Sometimes they change from other subjects to my subject. As I'm speaking now, we are facing a challenge. I think it's the second time that I've taken a learner to the national top achievers. I think I
Oh,
did it in
wow.
20, yes,
What do
I
you
did
teach? What do you teach, Becky?
teaching technical mathematics.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the learner that was number one, that is number one currently in the class of 2022 in technical methods from my school. It's my learner. And yeah, the problem that I'm facing now, I can see that maybe there's something special that I'm doing. Learners
Absolutely.
are moving, most of them are moving from maths to my class, and now I don't think I will have enough classes now to accommodate the learners that are coming to my class. But we will make sure that we see to it that if they want to change, because they cannot pass if they are not happy in another class. So the principal will make sure
Absolutely.
that yeah, he will make sure that he create another class. I don't know how, and yeah, to make sure that at the end of this year, the learners are going to pass and pass well.
Congratulations to you. I think you're doing a marvelous job and you are making a positive difference. The fact that learners want to join your class and the fact that you were the teacher of the number one student in the country regarding your subject matter, I think is a feather in your cap. You are doing something right. Continue doing it because I think you are teaching with love. You are teaching from the heart. Uh, Continue doing what you're doing. You are making a huge difference, and all the very best to you on International Day of Education. Becky Ngwenya, the teacher at Hazyview Comprehensive School in Nelspruit. God bless. Go well.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
8:55 News and Views right here on Salam Media. Standing by to talk with us is Councillor Story Machetti on line. We are going to be talking about a breaking story. And once again, this poor woman, it's the third time, supposed to be third time lucky, but for poor Palazzi, it's third time not lucky at all because she is now once again facing a no confidence motion. Stand by for that interview.